So this will go into 2 videos, I think. And so my first impression is that it is very wet. And there we go. And because it's wet, you know, the first time you use it, it's not usually thickened up as much as it will when a little air gets in there and dries it out a little bit. And so it looks very thin on the very first time. Because of that, doggy here, because of that, you will need to probably put extra coats. So normally I do 1 to 3 coats. So this will definitely probably take 3 coats. But I just like a lot of mascara. Some people would do 1 coat of this and be fine with it and say, wow, that was great coverage, because it is, the brush is good, y'all. I will say the brush is good. It's getting in between the lashes. It's dealing with my little baby hairs getting in my eyes. I'm just kidding. It's getting in between the lashes. It's coming through very, very well. Remember, I always point the inner lash towards the nose. And little wiggles. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be using another brush. It's got a lower lash line brush. So since I'm already in video 2, I'm going to go ahead and just drink some coffee. Delicious. Okay, so we're going to do 2 coats. So now I'm just going to tip out the ends again. Yeah, that definitely thickened it up. Again, because it's a new tube, it's probably going to be a little wetter than usual. You know, the more that you open the tube, you get oxygen down in there and it kind of dries it out. Well, I don't know if it's oxygen or carbon dioxide, but let's just say air, because I'm not a scientist and I don't really know. If you know, feel free to comment below what kind of air is actually going back down in there. This is very defining brush, just so you guys know. I don't know if you can see this. Super defining. Like where I curled, it's where it stayed. And that is also the mark of a good waterproof mascara. Okay, so again, I'm tipping out the ends. Why do I tip out the ends? Because it makes sure that you've got mascara all the way to the end of the lash. And then you go ahead and come from the bottom up and they meet and it kind of like seals it. So on each coat, I still tip out the ends, not just the first coat. Unless I can see that mascara is not working that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's gooping up by doing that. I'm sorry, my lash strokes are not very smooth because my arm is in so much pain right now. And for those of you who didn't see the first video first, oh, I gotta quit doing the lower lash line. Gosh, that's hurting. I have tendonitis in my shoulder. And there's a little, like the size of a grape, a green grape, thing of calcium. It's not making everybody very happy. Okay, this is a much smaller, as you can see, brush. Much straighter, much less fluff to it, and that's probably because, yeah, wiggle it more to get right at the base. And you don't want the rest of the brush touching down on your, you know, your under eye area. Now, I already did that with the big brush. Now, I will tip out the lower lashes because I like a full lower lash. Some people don't even do their lower lashes. I'm not that person. So you may not even do this step. Therefore, you would not even probably want this mascara, because a lot of the gimmick of this is that it's got 2 brushes. One for the upper and one for the lower. I don't know that this is helping that much. I don't know. Let me do the other side, because I have actually already put some mascara on, so this should be a little thicker than it is. And it seems very, like it's not, I don't know, maybe I didn't tip it good on the other eye. I'm going to get that off. Alright, so you can just wiggle right at the base. I think if I hadn't tipped it out, I could wiggle better. That's one thing. When you tip it out, now you've got the ends wet. And I think that's probably why they want this little shorter brush is so that you don't wet the ends and you can get the, right to the lash line really, really, really good. But that's not always what I want from the lower lash line. I like to have as spidery below as I do above. So, I actually did do a boo-boo there. I am going to tip this out one more time on this side because I don't think I'm tipping very good because my arm is shaking a little. It's not just hurting, it's not steady, if you know what I mean. Because I'm straining to use it to put mascara on. Or makeup on, period. This isn't all I've done with this arm today, so it's already starting to feel weak. And let me get that inner lash line upper here, too. Overall, I think for a first time on this mascara, y'all, it is a good mascara. Would I recommend it? I just missed the thing and got it all over. And I would say yes, I would. This has, except that I just got mascara everywhere. But that's only because of my arm. There. Yeah, that's not because of the wand, it's because of me. Gosh, this is such a mess. I'm going to have to put it in another tissue. Put a tissue in a tissue so I don't get black on everything. Did I? No. So I would say that both of the brushes were good. The formula seems very good. It seems like it's it really separated my lashes. So this is the overall look. What do y'all think? Do you like this mascara? Again, this is the Maybelline, the Falsies Big Eyes, and it's got both upper lash and lower lash brushes. And it's in purple and black, if that helps any. And all my mascaras are black. I know some girls, especially if they're a lighter blonde, may use a more natural look, like a brown or dark brown. And that's fine. It's whatever you want to do. And then, in keeping with that brand of eyeshadow, I'm going to use the Honest Beauty Finishing Spray. And this is a replenishing mist, elevated hydration. You may use this during the day if you're feeling really tired. I do give it a good shake because there's a lot of different goody ingredients in here. Aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, which draws moisture, chamomile, and candela. So they help calm and soothe the skin. This would have been good to put on before I ever did my makeup, but it also can be used as a finishing spray. So, and I gotta tell you, this one is very, very herbal smelling, and I don't know if that is an added scent or that's the scent of those things. So, okay, so tomorrow we will do another palette and another mascara. And let me put my glasses on and see how much time we have. And I need to clean my glasses. We're about at time. So I hope you enjoyed this. You know what? I'm also using a lip gloss, which y'all know I almost never do. And this is why it's getting in the, these wrinkles right here. Oh, wait, those right there. As you get older, they get more pronounced. And so when you do something like gloss, that's fine if you like gloss and you're not a lipstick gal. But just as they get more pronounced, and also when you eat, like pimento cheese, remember that old thing that I used to tell y'all? Just be sure that the gloss doesn't go down into those, because because it's oilier. And so it may, and food may. But it's pretty. I do like it. This is part of the Skylark line from Ellen Blair Fowler's cosmetic line Skylark. I don't know if they even still carry it. I think it would be skylarkcosmetics.com if you want to check it. But this is the berry color, and it was Sophia. And that name comes from their book series. They had a 2-part book series. So anyway, the next thing I film will be the final contest that I did, giveaway contest, which is the spiritual one, which will be a Bible, notebook, and highlighters, and a daily Bible devotion. And maybe something else. You never know what I'll throw in. You know me. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of both the mascara and the eyeshadow. And as a review, I would say I really do like both of these. I like the eyeshadow a lot. I mean, a whole lot. I think this is a really pretty color combination trio, especially for someone who has green eyes, because purple and mauves look really good on green eyes because it makes the green even greener. Whatever's at the opposite end of the rainbow spectrum, my husband told me, because he's a painter. And he has a small paint contracting business. And so he has to study finishes and colors and all that kind of stuff because he does a lot of specialty techniques and things like that. He can paint a house white if you want, but he also does a lot of specialty techniques. So he has to really understand color analysis and all of that. So just like a makeup person does. So it's interesting that, you know, besides that, I'm a singer, he's a guitarist, so we get a, you know, we complement. Besides, I'm really immature and need cuddling, and he's a cuddler, and he's very mature and wise, and I love him and I adore him. Okay, so that's all for right now, and I'll see you again in my next video.